What's up, guys? It's kind of you know, off the cuff stream, we'll just say. I'm off weekends now. I wanted to talk to you guys. We'll give people a chance to get in here. I already effed up the intro, but I got some cool stuff we'll be showing here. Um, I wanted to hang out with you guys. I want to follow up in 2026. We got some prize winners that have been through, and now I'm mailing them out because I've been on the road, on the road, on the road. Danny Hassel and I have been killing it the last, I don't know, 3 out of 5 or 6 weeks. He's out on a acting job, so he's out there acting right now. He's all excited because he's excited about this role, and he's giving it his all, and he's putting a lot of motion. And he told me yesterday he went in. Hey, what's up, Randy? He, I'm just trying to get my words to go with what everything does. Randy, it looks like you had a good time. You saw my dude Ari Lehman, that machete you always carries, Michael Toth. He did that, and it's pretty cool. He carries around. That was a Doomsday's Krypt gift to Ari by me and Michael Toth. And then the fact that he really loves it as much as he did and does is pretty cool. But I hope you had a good time. It looked like a fun event, and it looked like you got to run into some friends. Me and Danny had a great time out there in Tulsa. Tulsa was a pretty cool, like Rod Genlu. I'm sure I butchered the name, but that's how it's spelled, and it's really spelled Rod, but I've heard it spelled, pronounced Rod. So Rod, big props to him. I told him, he let me and Danny come in. He gave us a great area. We're sitting right by the Killer Clowns guys, and it was just really cool. It's been a lot of fun with Danny. We've been able to jam, as you see. There's the guitars we've been using. We've been just messing around. We want to add music to it, and we're going to talk more and more and more about that. Where you know we're going to be adding music. We want to add fun. We want to add a different element to a lot of conventions, and that's one of the things I want to follow up about, like 2026. I mean, we always do something different in Doomsday's Crypt. And I think we trend set a lot because I see a lot that follow. I mean, I even like the colors scheme is pretty cool, and I don't take a lot of credit, but we've done some pretty cool things, and it's been a whole lot of fun. Carl Toop, the Xenomorph Warrior, we crushed it in October, me and him. One of my best friends, I got to give him a shout out because I've been on the road and it's been a lot of me and Danny Hassel, which is awesome. And I'm really excited about Joe Castro, and we got some good ideas we want to present to cons. Doomsday's Crypt wants to do Doomsday's Crypt Rock and Horror Con. Not sure the location. I'm not saying it's going to be in the town I'm from or this or that, but we got big changes in 2026 because if we're going to succeed as Doomsday's Crypt and what we're doing, it's always got to be a team effort. We always got to be on the same page. And if I don't like something, I'm just not going to do it. Like if I get a gut feeling, and I get a lot of those. And sometimes in the past, it's been like it's okay because this and that. But we worked real hard in Doomsday's Crypt to do some really, really special things with another one of the special people, Tony Toth. I'm going to be showing some of your stuff. One of the things, if Mike's watching, I was going to show you Killer Clowns. And Mike's, all you guys know Michael Toth, and me and him have a great history of doing some really amazing things up to this point and in the future. Mike does some incredible work, some incredible art. The guy works so hard, and all I can say is I'm real proud of him. You guys see his art everywhere. You see his art here. I mean, like we've always had a real good connection, and we get so busy and things go crazy. But I think like with this time off and me having more time, which I'll talk about because I'm off weekends. I used to work 7 days a week, and things changed when I got, I touched on it a bit, and I'm gonna use this time to be organized Friday through Monday afternoon, Friday morning. So I worked those other days. I was doing the 7 days a week and this and that. Yeah, Michael Toth. A lot of people, Lonnie McCullum and Jessica McCullum, you see them a lot. Scott Straka, you see them a lot. Well, Nicole, me and Nicole will be doing some shows because I will be hitting Las Vegas for the Skate to Hell premiere. I got a resort thing. And if you guys have watched the show or you tune in enough, me and Nicole have a great friendship. She's come on. We work well together. We really like what each other does in business and professionally, and we always have each other's back, which is really really cool. I'm real proud of Nicole. She's like the ultimate go-getter, and hopefully me and her can team up on. We're going to be teaming up in Las Vegas, and hopefully we team up on even more in the future because she's always about hustle and presenting and marketing, and she does an amazing job at it. So big props to Nicole. And I think, I'll always have her back. She'll always have my back, kind of deal. And I see big things for her. I kind of feel like she has the same feeling. And she meets a lot of people as well. And the fact that we respect each other the way we do is pretty cool. Along with you, Brandy, what you're doing, Tony, what you do, Michael Toth. This is a big thank you stream. And I've been so busy with cons and work related issues that have led to like weekends at Doomsday's Crypt now. I mean, it was 7 days a week. My job in Doomsday's Crypt was something I tried to find as much time as I could. So now, with the cons kind of being over in 2025, between at the point until the end of October, I was working 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, planning for these cons, supporting artists, being ready, bringing in Danny, bringing in Joe, like us doing something cool. I was working a lot. Now, I was pretty devastated, I'll be honest, when I lost my 7 days a week because my guys, what I do isn't a job, it's family. And I've learned my family can be taken away when other people are and you don't have those choices. I respect it. I'm not saying I love it, but I got to accept it. Either I do, I use them all every day. So now, like these days that I don't have a job, where I'm not working, as you see, I live in a hotel. I got back from Scarefest, my 11 years, but we're not going to complain. We're not going to complain. But, it's actually kind of cool because now I can maximize time. It was kind of what I do. My hours are cut. I can take what I make, which I do all right still, even with my hours cut, rent an apartment or buy a house. But I couldn't do Doomsday's Crypt. I couldn't support and do what I do because I'm now at my job 24 hours, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday I'm off. So what are my choices? Buy a house, an apartment, be there 3 days a week, or go all out Doomsday's Crypt on the weekend. So that's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm excited for this stream. And we're going to be doing more of it. I want to catch up with, Joe Castro, um, Michael Toast's out there. If you guys are on the East Coast, I know New Jersey or kind of hear a lot about it. And we'll be talking about because we want to be invited in. We bring fun, you know. Um, Even though Mike's going there and doing it, we're always Doomsday's Crypt having his back. Just like if Doomsday's Crypt somewhere, Michael Toth, Tony always got our back. Like we're a team and we do some special things together. It's not about me, it's about us. So Mike's doing some good things. Speaking of Michael Toth, I'll be mailing it out, and I'm glad you're here, Tony, because I have stuff for you. I'll be mailing out once. I'll either tomorrow, if it's not too cold, I'm off. I might want to just chill in the hotel, watch TV, relax. But we got this for you, Mikey. We're sending it. I expect big payment from you, Toth. We got your other one. Kept the case is nice, and your other dude. All right, so you're good, Mike. We'll be sending that out. We actually talked about a piece. All joking aside, Mike's like my best friend. Me and him do, it's not about what I do or what he does. We do things, you know, and we love each other like brothers. I've known Mike even before Doomsday's Crypt, and one of the things that's funny about me and Michael Toth is before all this like Doomsday's Crypt happened, which again he took a picture of this mug where I think I was, sorry, it's like reverse on here. and made it me. And it was pretty cool. You know, usually the hair was down or something. But Mike's done some amazing things, and I think we've disconnected, but we want to bring more heart to the stuff we bring now. We've been talking about some cool things, and like I said, I think it's awesome. I talked to Brett Wagner. If you guys remember, me and Brett used to do the show Shooting the Shiz with DK and the Swag. A lot of fun. He's out there crushing. I got to see him over the weekend, and that man had lines around him, doing some really amazing things, along with me and my dude Danny Hassel. Like, we kept consistent. Like, we made it fun. I hope anybody who was there had a good time and felt like we always made sure you guys left with a smile, or we did something fun with you guys at the table. That means a whole ton. One of these days, yeah, well, yeah, yeah. Well, why don't you get like you get an art piece, something easy to sign that Mike does. Like, I think I even might have something cool that I'll just donate to you, Brandy, because you've done some cool things that Mike's done a Brett that's original art, and I can maybe figure out a way to send a Brett, and you can pay from him for an autograph or whatever you guys decide to do, and he'll ship it there for you. Brett's cool like that. I don't think that would be a problem. So I'll look through my art pieces. I got to go through my storage unit. It's getting a little cold, so there's not going to be a rush on it. But you can also hire Mike to do something. I'm sure you do like a portrait piece or a one-of-kind piece or skateboard deck, whatever he decides to do. You know, Mike's a creative dude, and that's what's been really cool about me and Mike over the years is we've always had really good creative thoughts together. Like, obviously he does a majority of the work, but we've done some cool side projects together. So maybe he'll come up with something cool. I know he'll come up with something cool if you just hit him up and tell him what you want. I mean, that's what all I've ever done is like, I'd like this. And, you know, once it gets in your head, he gets it done and he does something amazing. So huge props to Michael Toth. But yeah, talk to Mike. Him and Brett are best friends too. So if you have Michael Toth do something, and he can send it out to Brett with a shipment, and then he can send it out to you, and you can have a cool Michael Toth, Brett Wagner piece. But yeah, we've been it was a busy 2026. I know we kind of, you know, I'm in a blur of all of it because, you know, now I got a little chance to step back and concentrate on more on Doomsday's Krypt. But you guys got to understand, on top, I was working 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. I work with special needs, so I was living. So you never knew. It wasn't like, oh, well, I got a break. You just don't know with what you do. And I loved it. I still love it. But I didn't have the time to put in the Doomsday's Krypt. Now, aside from my choice, I have the time to put in the Doomsday's Krypt or do nothing. So we're going to do something. We're going to do something like we've done something cool to build Doomsday's Krypt where I was working. Now I got time to do more. So all your guys' support, asking for things that we're going to be talking about, like Carl Toop. We're going to start with Carl Toop. Amazing guy. The, Now my phone is going off. The 1986 Xenomorph, the Alien Warrior Carl Toop and Renaud. I can't thank them enough. We had such a, you know, we got to do back-to-back cons at Slash and Bash, and then the following week Missouri Horror Con where Jeanette Goldstein and Michael Bean were there, and some great guests. Just really amazing people. A great weekend, great 2 weeks spending with Carl. We got to spend time together. Him and Ronald got to go out and explore Missouri. I told them to go to Branson, and they did. They went by the Ozarks and they stayed out and they enjoyed the wilderness and going for walks, and it was cool. Great 2 weeks, and I can't be more grateful that the 1986 Xenomorph is I can call one of my best friends, family to me and my family, and the support he's given back to Doomsday's Krypt. If you guys haven't had a chance, he sat, hey Patricia, how are you doing? yeah, the support he's given to Doomsday Script when it comes back like that from a guy like Carl Tube, who, people are starting to really learn who he was. He's the man behind the mask. He's the xenomorph from 1986 Aliens. I mean, that's the ultimate sci-fi. I mean, to me, that's as big as Jason. And the guy happens to be one of the greatest people. Him and Ronald are fun. They are always out there to, put smiles on faces and love the cosplayers, love the collectibles they get this that Carl gets to sign. Um, would always be welcome at any Doomsday Script table. Now, the year before we did Scarefest and we had a blast. It was a blast. So enough with just kissing Carl's butt because I can't praise that man enough. We'll be doing a follow-up show. We'll be bringing on Carl and also my good friend out there, uh, who's going to be joining us. He's out there in Norway. Um, I'm drawing a huge blank because I got one guy, the alien collector out there, and now I'm totally blanking. But he's Frederick Gustafson. Sorry, total blank. Love the dude, and he's showing me all this stuff, and he's doing some great things overseas. He loves Doomsday's Crypt. He loves the Aliens franchise, and this dude, his house is the shit from Aliens. I mean, like this dude is a dictionary and also has the museum for it. It's insane. It's insane. He even designed a Doomsday's Crypt with a xenomorph instead of the three-eyed demon for overseas with the green, and it really pops. It's really cool. Hey Patricia, I miss you. I miss you guys and Dave. Um, I'm not sure if I'm like the direction I'm going in, Patricia. I don't know what cons I'm doing, even if they're close. It's not because I don't want to do them. It's because I don't want to tie up weekends with what I want to do as far as the con adventures we're going on. Now I got to check my phone because somebody just keeps pinging me. All right. My phone doesn't go off for a while, and then we're turning the silencer on. Okay, it's my good friend, but that's fine. I just wanted to make sure. Let me turn this down a bit. But yeah, 2025 was amazing. Um, we got some big plans for 2026, and Doomsday Script has been a fun adventure. And I was working 7 days a week. So I didn't really care about the money. I wanted you guys to have a good time, and I still do. But each investment, each con has to make sense for me because I lose money at cons between buying, you know, uh, the merchandise, supporting the artists, and everybody who comes supports the artist, and it's amazing. But there's also cost with that. And then I was taking me and my guys, so take rooms and double it. So that was expensive. Um, but I didn't think about it because I had the money. I don't make a lot of money. I just worked a lot of hours. So that's cut now. So now I can't like go, put some smiles on. Now I still want to do it, but we got to do it differently. And every choice has to make sense for Doomsday's Crypt and the Doomsday's Crypt team, because that's what it's about. Doomsday's Crypt, the Doomsday's Crypt team, me and Danny, me and Joe Castro, all of us, Adam Newsom, big thank you to you as well, who was decked out at Scarefest. Like we want to do something fun and cool. And what we need from people is asking for us to be there because I'm going to put on a good area. Danny is fun as hell. If Joe's there, we recreate Danny's death scene. And there's another one that we're going to be doing a file on. Mike's done the skateboard deck that's in that death scene that doesn't get enough attention, but we're going to actually work on some really cool things with Morrow and stuff. Like we got some big plans, but I want to be on the road with them. And if I'm not at a con with them, I can't tie up weekends. So I'm not sure about certain events that I was at last year that I'll be at this year. We also want to put on the Doomsday's Crypt Rock and Horror Con with actors slash musicians. Danny's also a musician. We've jammed. We love to jam. That's like our big thing afterwards. We can't wait to go on, hit the guitars or me hitting some drums or whatever, or using a mouse pad as a drum pad, and just jamming out. And it's been a lot of fun for me because I don't really like going and sitting at the bar all night or this or that. I'd rather be sitting with some friends. And we had a bunch of them out there in Topeka. We had like a 4 or 5 man band session there, and that was pretty cool. We came up with some cool songs. Probably got a little loud. Luckily, I didn't get kicked out. But we really want to add that music element and expand Doomsday's Krypt because I think music is a huge part of horror. And I plan my own film, and I already got the tones I want for the slasher because the first one's a slasher that I want a very paced thing and a paced theme that I got an idea for. That'll be catchy but simple. But yeah, here's another thing I got. Can't wait to see my friend Michael Bailey. I don't think I've ever asked Michael for my own autograph, but Danny signed it. I was asking Danny how much he'd sell it for. He threw it to me. He's like, dude, it's yours. So I got to get Michael on there. I want to get Joe Seeley on there too. That's the comic book guy from the Nightmare on Elm Street 5. Michael Bailey's kill. And actually, speaking of Michael Bailey, him and the original Fantastic Four cast, I know on the East Coast, Tony, you might be close to it, will be at a con, all 4 of them. So that could be really, really, really cool. I've been telling them to do that for a while. Now they all had a cameo in the Fantastic Four movie, the new one. I think it's cool. I think Michael Bailey should be Kingpin, like in an alternate universe. You can't take away from what Vincent does, but Michael Bailey would be a super cool Kingpin. What are the other things I wanted? Oh, so we showed that. I got more to show. One of the guys who helped me out in Memphis and also in Tulsa, and he didn't think he'd go. And I think that he had so much fun in Memphis. Big shout out to Jamie Wright and Danny for hanging out with me that week, and my mom and dad, Lou Temple, Rob Mello, Finn Carter, so many great people there. But Dax brought me this as a special thing. I didn't even get Danny to sign it yet, but I thought that was super cool. And this guy helped me out a ton. We had a great weekend. He, as much as he appreciated hanging out with us, we appreciated all the help he gave, along with Brandon. Brandon, I know you're out there. Brandon did some great things as well, and we'll be bringing both those guys on if they ever want to come on and talk, because those guys are part of the team. Those guys earned their spot, earned so much. They were all about Doomsday's Krypt. They supported us. They earned a big amount of trust. Danny Hassel loved them. We worked great as a team. So big thank you to Brandon and Dax. You guys will be welcomed on the show, and we'll talk about the experiences. Danny, Joe, and I, we'll be getting Danny, Joe Castro. We'll be inviting Adam Newsom, and we're going to be following up on Scarefest, which we have not had a chance. I've been on the road. Joe's been incredibly busy. Big thanks to Scarefest. Nightline on. You can find it on YouTube if you want to check the Doomsday's Krypt area with Joe Castro featured from Halloween night. So that was really, really cool. Joe is so much fun at the table. We do some cool scenes. Like I said, we want to recreate a lot of scenes, and Joe is one of those guys. If somebody else wants to recreate their death scene, that's an actor there, or people want to come and learn a few things, he's that guy. That guy is fun too. And every time, because they had him busy at Scarefest, which was great. And every time Joe was at the table, there was a line of fans. People would wait an hour for this guy. And anybody who knows Joe Castro, which is a lot of you guys, just wow. You bring us together, me, Danny, Joe, and we're easy to work with. Like, we don't need no guarantees, because if we're not bringing enough to cover our expenses, and we're not marketing and promoting and supporting the convention coming up on our end, then I will take the loss on that. I'm not saying Joe or Danny, but if that comes like that, that's why I got them. Me, Joe, Danny, they don't work for me. I'm not this or that. we work as a team. We work. Teams win championships. That's what I tell everybody. And we're going to continue with that because it's real important for us all to succeed. Brandy, like you're doing great things. You've been sharing things out. Patricia, like these are all good people. We're the horror community. We all contribute so much, and I think we deserve it. But we're going to be promoting the. Hey, what's up, Mike? I was just showing off your clowns, your clown. Um, so I'm going to be sending them out either tomorrow or Monday for you. Actually, I didn't even get to these either. I got distracted just rambling. Joe Castro's a beast. We got this from Joe, which is signed. One of them is. This one might not be. One of them is. All right, thought one of them was. But we're going to send these out to the winners from the DK and the Bees. It's been a little bit. Oh, here's the one Joe signed. All right. That's for our Joe Castro winner. Joe signed this plate. He accidentally sold the other one, didn't realize we had another one, but I think this plate is even meaner. I'm going to send an extra plate. I'll show you which one. I'll be sending that out as well. And then the DK and the B winner with the Michael Bailey, the Danny Hassel, and the Beatrice Bupley signature. So that will be sent out soon. And then boom, 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 boom. Don't worry, Tony. I got you too. Under here. Just don't want to scratch the plates or bend them before I take them out. I want to go through this package because I'm hoping that an autograph that I couldn't find is there. But I was going to get this signed. I didn't, but it was like the last one because the Kyotos were there. Metal plate. Thomas Bruce produced. We're going to be working on something different. But there you go, Tony. Yeah, Danny Hassel. So I'll be sending that out along with the other things. And I did find, and Michael, I got your signed Terratoons box set for you. I'll be sending that out. And Joe was really excited. He really appreciated the skateboard that he did. So we'll be sending, and I got myself one too. But yeah, we got. That's about it. I don't know what else to say to you guys. We want to be hitting cons, me, Danny, Joe. They get busy. I want to see them busy so they can't. And maybe we can do some other, keep building off of that. But Danny and me work real well together. Joe and I work real together as well. Way more than we gave away, as like, I don't want to say we gave away, but we spent time. We engage the people that want to come, spend time, have fun. If we can make money and put smiles on people's faces, we are happy to do it. And that's what we bring. And it'll always be a kick-ass setup because we got, what's up, Frank? Next weekend, dude, I got to have you look at the van and check out my heater so it's ready and we'll jam. Let me, oh, cool. I'm catching up with some of these. Yeah, you should definitely do that. You don't. Yeah, you don't have to pay me. That'd be between Mike and Brett. I have nothing to do with it except for a suggestion. But yeah, working out with Michael Toth, I'm sure him and Brett would work something cool out. Or even Brett might. You guys can figure out something that you can collect from Michael Toth and Brett. But yeah, it's I appreciate all you guys. Well, thank you, Tony. Tony works. Follow Tony. If you see Antonia France send you a friend invite, you got to friend her because she's great. She supports everybody, and I think everybody is friends with her. Michael Toth, you know how it is. Frank, I was just talking about the music. We're going to be adding that more and more with the Doomsday's Krypt. See, you got the acoustics out that we were jamming this weekend. Me, Danny. We had some other friends jamming with us, and it was a lot of fun. It was cool to have. It was fun. Oh, it was fun just jamming with Danny, and then you had a few more people. It was even more fun. Doing a little drums, doing a little guitar, doing a little singing. It was cool. It was fun. We had a good time. We're going to talk more about all these cons because there's just so much. A big thank you to everybody who contributed: Michael Toth, Lonnie and Jessica McCollum, Scott Straka. You know, um, it's tough to mention other people because I don't want to say it's tough. That's kind of the wrong word. But there's so many people to thank, and you don't want to forget anybody. But big highlight to Michael Toth and Lonnie and Jessica McCollum. Oh, Morrow and Eric Misovich will be working on more coming up. So anybody who I didn't mention who was on the table, big thank you to as well. You guys, I'm so appreciative of what you did. Hopefully work things on things in the future. Some we might not, but I appreciate you guys. I'm very grateful for it. I'm very grateful for 2025, and I can't wait to bring even more in 2026. Films, cons, on the road with Danny and Joe. We're going to bring a lot of cool this year. We're going to take everything we got and make sure we crush it and deliver the goods. I know Michael Toth down too. We got more updates coming, and we'll catch up soon. Peace.